back to This Week in Crime, everybody. I'm Steve here. I'm here with the mulleted madman himself.
Saul Trujillo.
We got Katie on the black and whites.
Hello.
Recorded live at the Comedy Store Studios. The energy is palpable. How we doing, buddy?
I'm okay, man. Having fun, per usual. Just happy-go-lucky. What about you?
Can't complain. Life's okay right now. The problem is when life's okay, some bad's about to happen.
Don't say that.
Well, just can't keep going good forever.
Yes, it can. It can keep going, just up until the very top, huh?
That'd be a first.
I got some. I rarely bring up. You always coming in with the front man. I love coming because I love reading these goddamn laws. Mm-hmm. And this week I've got weird laws here in California that we're supposed to care about, but they're pretty weird. So I'm gonna bring them up.
I think these were just passed. You told me.
Yeah.
These are all due for 2023.
Which I don't know why we need them. I don't know why they were passed, but they're freaking here. So we're going to go with ones for California. And here's the first one. It's jaywalking is no longer a crime. Well, kind of. Under a new law enforcement can only ticket someone for jaywalking if their action created an immediate danger of collision.
Wow. Huge win for crackheads and hobos everywhere.
I didn't know jaywalking was illegal based on everyone's leisurely way of walking.
Yeah, I've always found with jaywalking, you can tell how bad a neighborhood is by the people not giving a fuck about driving rules.
And that was always growing up the stereotype for was if you see a black dude crossing the street, he's gonna be take his time or.
Oh wait, what are we talking about?
He's gonna take his time, but I saw it now here in Hollywood. Everyone, dude. I saw a fucking white dude look like he was just on a business meeting. He took 3 minutes to cross, and I was like, fuck yeah, progress. I like that.
Yeah, I think there should be a new law. Jaywalking is now legal. You're allowed to do it. But hitting someone while they jaywalk is now illegal. So you go both ways. Okay, you want to jaywalk when no one's around there? Fantastic. But if you get hit, it's on you, dog.
It's just chaos. That's not good. I've seen people last night for the first time it ever happened to me. I jaywalked. It's kind of funny that I brought this up. I jaywalked and a car stopped, turned their hazards on to warn the cars behind them.
Like a little baby duckling was crossing the street.
There's a tiny fat Mexican crossing, everyone. And my baby's behind me. Come on now. Come on, everybody. Everybody cross. And then I walked into the lake that was a bar.
I ate some breadcrumbs from a nice man.
Yeah, I didn't know it was illegal to begin with, man. I thought it was just free reign. There have been times where my laziness, where there is a crosswalk 2 feet away, and I'll go, nah, that's too far to walk for a crosswalk. Might as well jaywalk. How much is a jaywalking ticket? I've never seen someone...
I always felt jaywalking was kind of like when they're like, it's illegal to hang things from your mirror. It's just a way for cops to kind of fuck with you.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be ways. They got to find ways to fuck with you. Like if you're doing something they don't like, they're like, no, jaywalking, dog.
See, I was always a big jaywalker when everybody was at a red light. If it's jam-packed, I'm jaywalking. If it's free-flowing, I don't know.
You wait.
I'll wait.
Okay. Number 2. Law requiring drivers to change lanes when a bicyclist is nearby, but only sometimes. While the law still requires a driver to keep a 3 feet distance from bicyclists, they now must change lanes with due regard to safety and traffic conditions if practicable and not prohibited by law.
Not a fan. We're giving these biker guys too much.
And gals.
But
yeah. Mostly, I've been seeing mostly guys in Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, they always wear that kind of, I was going to say a trans outfit, but it's more like you just can't tell the sex, because it's all latex. It's not trans in the sense
It's the future. They wear future clothes.
Yes.
100%. It's all the same color. They look like they're repped by NASCAR.
Yes, they have a lot of things. I'm like, wow, fucking Folger sponsors you? You're like, no, I just brought this out of Fleet Feet. All right, bitch, get out of my face. This is my problem, okay? Giving these guys too much power, and they don't respect our power. Bicyclists, they live in this gray zone between pedestrians and cars. They drive in the street, but then I see them run reds all the time.
All the time.
They'll go over into the crosswalk, run there.
Are you a car or are you a person?
Make a fucking choice.
Are you jaywalking with a bike? If you're running the red?
Yep.
Then you should get a ticket there 100%.
Yep.
nothing upsets me more in traffic than a jaywalker. I'd rather get cut off by 15 BMWs than a fucking person on a bike being in front of me.
Yes.
It's the worst. Absolute worst.
Yeah, the way that they say that, like, you can't drive on the sidewalk, bicycles. Put bicycles on the sidewalk, folks. They can't be in the street. They're not fast enough.
Have the type of courage that when somebody turns on a bird scooter, they think they could drive it in the street, and then they go, nah, I got to take this to the sidewalk. I'm scared.
Once you get, that's the thing. The bird scooter guys realize real quick, I'm too drunk to be out here right now.
That's your problem, bicyclists, is you're not drunk.
Not drunk enough.
You want to know who is the type of bicyclist that I prefer, that I'm used to, is an adult on a bike, like shouldn't be, like a person who stole the bike, like a tweaker. A tweaker on a bike, I respect that because
I love the
just because he'll be in the opposite way of traffic, but he'll still not be in the way.
Yeah. He's also holding another bike. Like,
with recycling on it. And you're like, somehow this guy who has 2 bikes, a backpack, recycling, a dog, is somehow not in the way. Mm-hmm. And you're just one person in a fucking UPS uniform,
fixed
like
gear.
your sponsored fixed gear, and you're in the fucking way. Can you find a way not to be in the way?
Goober shit.
All right. Number 3, businesses must disclose pay scales when advertising open positions unless exempt. All companies with 15 or more employees are now required to provide pay scales in job postings. For companies with more than 100 employees, employers must also include the median and mean hourly rate for each combination of race, ethnicity, and sex within each job category.
I like that.
I do too. I would like to know what I'm making, and I would also like to know what everybody else is making. I'm nosy. I'm a nosy guy. What are you making? Because if you're making anything more than me, I'm going to complain.
I'm into talking about money, especially with comedians and stuff. They'll do something, they'll be like, how much you make? I need to know so that I can know how much I'm going to make. Because it shouldn't be you and I going against each other. It should be getting however fucking much money we can from the people at the top of us because they're making 300 times how much money we are.
They're also at the top, though, and there's a reason why, because they don't pay everybody the same. If you think that everybody gets paid the same, you're not. I'll be at a comedy booker, and they'll offer me something, and then I'll be out loud about and they'll go, oh, I got paid less. And I'll go, oh, boy. Then they got to message the booker, and the booker messages me, gets mad at me. He's like, that's what I paid you. I was like, you should just be paying everybody the same.
Yeah, then if you're mad at me, that means you're scamming someone.
Yeah. You paid someone way less because, I don't know, for whatever reason, but it made me feel good at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, look at who's more
Broke
expensive.
Broke boy alert. Wee-oo.
But yeah. What about you? You're open about it? You feel like everybody should know?
Yeah, it only helps each other out.
Okay. Number 4, another increase in California's minimum wage. California's minimum wage is increasing from $15 an hour to $15.50 an hour. The increase follows a bill in 2016 that required the then $10 an hour minimum wage to increase to $15 an hour by 2022. I mean, that's not that 50 cents. Wow. It went from $5 jump to 50-cent jump, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think it should just be, I think minimum wage should be at a percentage of what the cost of living goes up every year.
And the cost of living right now. I used to base things off of how the dollar menu used to be. You know what I mean?
You can still do that.
Nah, there's no dollar menu no more. Nothing in this world. Everything's $3 or more.
Yeah, it's under everything. Now we got a under $2 value, and it's like
that's not even a value menu.
That's a normal hamburger, bitch.
California adds 4 new state holidays. Ooh. Governor Gavin Newsom signed 4 state holidays into law. April 24th as Genocide Remembrance Day. Okay. June 29th as Juneteenth, September 4th as Native American Day, and 2nd or 3rd new moon following winter solstice as the lunar year.
I've never read anything that screamed white woman shit. Anyone else? This sounded like a woman with short bangs got real mad and was like, listen, we need to remember genocides, Juneteenth, Native American Day, and also I'm a Virgo, so every 3rd moon we should be able to have a little witch coven.
I would like the days off on all that so I can do my witchery. I don't know about all that.
I mean, I can't wait to have my annual Genocide Remembrance Day barbecue. I mean, actually, that was probably the barbecue thing had double day. But no, I'm fine with all of this. But the question is, what kind of holidays are they? Are they holidays that people get off, or are they like Flag Day, where it's just words on a calendar you bought.
It's just fun things to tell kids. Like, hey, kids, it's Flag Day. Let's color a flag.
Yeah.
Hey, kids, it's Genocide Remembrance Day. Let's just be sad.
Let's be silent for a while.
For like 5 minutes. All right, now let's get up in color. That's weird. California adds the Feather Alert system. A new law creates the Feather Alert system similar to the Amber Alert for indigenous people who have gone missing under explained or suspicious circumstances. I mean, we should have had that Feather Alert system quite a while ago.
I think it's called smoke signals normally. How you guys doing? Around fun.
God.
Also, Feather Alert, a little bit racist. Anyone else?
I mean, right on the nose a little bit.
Yeah.
We did change what are they? The Washington. They were the Washington Redskins.
Now they're the Commanders. It should be Commander Alert.
Commander Alert is solid.
Yeah, Commander or Chief.
Why did it call them smoke signals? You're correct. Yeah. That was.
Also, I feel like this is something for the X-Files.
Yeah.
You know, like if an unexplained circumstance happens to like a Native American, I'm feeling like aliens, Babadook, some sort of spirit has got them.
Let's get an alert. Bloop, bloop. Oh, I got a feather alert. Oh, somebody was abducted by aliens and he was native. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's the opening segment. Great job, Saul.
Thank you.
Let's keep it going. Up next from the Tennessean.com. Tennessee bill filed after drag show country advances in General Assembly. Lawmakers advance a bill to criminalize some adult entertainment performances. The bill was filed by a state representative who previously characterized drag shows as child abuse. Saul, you ever been to a drag show?
I've done comedy at a drag show. Comedy.
Drag?
Yeah, comedy and drag show. They opened, and then we opened. We opened for a drag show. It was 2 comedians. We opened for a drag show, and it's fine. It's just they lip sync and they dance, and everybody's supportive about it.
Yeah, I haven't done a drag show, but I've done some burlesque shows that look like drag shows.
Oh, Steven! That's probably.
I think we need to outlaw burlesque shows.
I've opened for burlesque shows.
I've done a lot of burlesque shows.
Mm-hmm. I saw, and then this is not even me trying to joke against a girl who was probably my doppelganger.
Yes.
Went up and did. I was like, man, I could have just went up there if you'd have paid me double. You could have just paid me one flat rate. I'd done that.
Yeah, I mean, doing the drag shows as a comedian is always weird because all the dudes are in there, or they're a little chubbed up.
Yeah.
And the women. I mean, I saw a woman one time with varicose veins so bad I thought it was a Spider-Man theme.
Those are gummy worms on the back of her legs. Those are shiny.
I mean, comedy show burlesque shows are always so bad because what you do is you go there while they change. I mean, there's a lot of great burlesque shows. I'm just trying to be as funny as possible. Great for everybody to have their own place to express themselves. But, I feel like you should also be able to make fun of
Sure. But you should also not be breathing like a pug after you get done dancing.
If you have to have a lift to bring you up, I should be dancing. Republican Chris Todd from Madison County filed HB 09 following a controversy in Jackson over plans for a family-friendly drag show. Todd and a group of religious leaders sought court actions to stop the event, though eventually negotiations with event organizers led to a compromise over restricting minors from attending. What are we thinking of? A family-friendly drag show would be like.
You're just adding like a kid's menu to the menu? I don't understand that. So it's like mimosas and dinosaur chicken nuggets?
I love it. It's like a woman who she's like, I'm sexy Winnie the Pooh. And her like dick is just, or a guy whose dick's, or person whose dick's out.
There's a kid there, and then there's a bunch of guys with erect wieners going, this is art, man. This is good.
Yeah. I mean,
I like a BBW like any other person, but let's keep it sexy.
But that's burlesque. We're talking about drag shows now.
I'm going to keep it. I like BBWs. I like BBMs like the rest of them.
I mean, I just think this is something that the law shouldn't be able to come into.
Yeah, who cares?
Who gives a shit?
100%. Like, if you're already have the mentality of wanting to take someone to a drag show like that, it's fine. Let the kids have to have these experiences. It's going to confuse them even more than like you're confusing them with Santa Claus and fucking who gives a fuck.
And also, it's like it's like when you take them there. I've gone to a few drag shows, and they're never. I mean, they're a little explicit, but normally the person is clothed, dancing, doing some kind of thing. Sometimes it can be kind of wild, but it's not like a family-friendly burlesque show would be far more inappropriate, I find.
Yeah. It would be way more appropriate. And it's just you're watching extrovertism. You're just watching this person sing and then kind of like show these kids something different. Like I feel like there should be mandatory drag shows.
Yeah, one time.
Kids.
It's a lot, drag shows and a lot of this stuff is a lot like when you never hear like lawmakers are like, weed's the devil. You got to it's like you've never done it.
Yeah.
You've never seen it. You've just had people tell you about something and you feel it so bad. When in essence, I mean, would I take my kid to a drag show? I wouldn't be against it, but I don't care.
Also, you're gonna take him to see Medea movies, or maybe even fucking like
Clumps.
Clumps.
Yeah.
Tootsie back in the day. It just gives a fuck.
If passed, the law would prohibit adult-oriented performances from public spaces and require age restrictions at private venues. Entertainers would be subject to a misdemeanor first offense and a Class E felony on the second, which could carry between 6 years in prison.
Check that son of a bitch for makeup in his bag.
Are there any kids in there?
Check his for his bag.
How do you go to a drag show and then cops come in with guns and get everybody on the floor? We're trying to save you.
Son, get out of here. He's trying to fucking block his eyes from just a very fat dude
Just
with a
beating
wig.
a kid to get him. We're trying to save you.
Like, oh no.
The bill aims to block adult cabaret entertainers from performing in public anywhere a child could see the event. The legislation defines adult cabaret to include performances like exotic dancers and strippers, but it also includes male or female impersonators who provide entertainment that appeals to a prurient or an inappropriately sexualized interest.
We need to stop having closeted homosexuals pass all these bills.
Fucking men, bro.
God damn, man. Who gives a... You know what's more scary? The animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese. Those are terrifying. You should ban those instead of somebody just going up there with hella makeup and lip syncing over a song. Who gives a fuck?
I mean, like, undercover, like people that aren't okay with who they are and they're scared about who they are have ruined this country and the world so many times.
Yeah, those people are like under their like tuxedos or their suits is like they're just wearing like a thong that they're ashamed of.
Clap to their nipples. That every time they bang a hammer that says no, it kind of makes them come.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Jesus wouldn't like that. Now let me squeeze out my butt plug. I'm all for this, but let's put the heat on where it should be. We need to outlaw bad improv and stand-up comedy. Hear me here. I think we've talked about this before.
Okay.
Here's my plan. There is a new division of the government, and if there's a few rooming act checkers that travel the country. Within your first 5 years of doing an art form, these act checkers will come by and they'll determine if you're good or not. You get 2 chances within 5 years. Within those 5 years, if you stink, you're done. And I mean that you're not showing progress. What do you think about that?
I think it's a fantastic job because there are so many, I call them sads, people who have been doing improv or stand-up for 10 years and they're just not good. And then they start to hate on people who are like 5 years in who are good.
Yep.
And it just sucks watching this person. And you're just like, stop suffering. Just go back to school or something.
But, I mean, you waste 10 years. We're at the part right now where we're so far into this art form that we can't give up.
No, but see, I feel like some people who aren't good and have been open micing for 15 years, you want them to give up, but they'll probably say the same thing you did. Like, I've invested so much time in this, I can't give up. But I like this law. This will cause them to stop giving up. This thing that you've, 100%. I will be one of the fact checkers. Because I used to run an open mic, and I used to want to tell these kids, like, man, you just don't got it, kid.
Yeah, I mean, we've known many people that you just go, give it up, dog. Like, just give it up. It's not for you. On Tuesday, the bill was amended to more explicitly define what might be harmful to minors, which some opponents say is a subjective term. Representative Scotty Campbell, Republican Mountain City, voted for the bill, but expressed concerns that the legislation includes language to include similar performances. Campbell, who has worked as a promoter for professional wrestling events, said the wording is too vague. What if we're having a professional wrestling show at a county fair and some promoter decides to have a bra and panties match? Is that potentially a crime under this legislation? I love how people think a drag show would be more detrimental to a child than
violence.
Violence.
Potential boy ballet violence. Like,
yeah.
it doesn't even, the argument's invalid. I don't know. I hate it so much. Just because I find sometimes I find outdoor wrestling more offensive than a drag show. I'd rather go to a drag show. They're like, would you rather go to backyard wrestling? I go, absolutely not. I'd rather watch.
Yeah, backdoor wrestling.
Backyard wrestling sucks.
Yeah. Oh, it's intense too.
I'd rather not watch that. I'd rather not watch these fat incels hit each other with chairs. Like,
Yeah.
I'm okay, buddy. I'm all right watching a juggalo with no shirt on do a suplex. I'd rather watch a drag queen sing.
What do you think are some things that are worse for kids than a drag show?
Worse for kids than a drag show? I mean, I'm Catholic, so I grew up very religious. So, and this is going to be very controversial. I would say religion is more fucked up mentally for kids than a drag show. Just still, I mean, the celebration of Christmas is nice, but like making a kid go to church. Not giving them the option, but you're like inflicting this upon them. I feel that is more harmful than.
Yeah, I was religious most of my life and Catholic, and I would put $1,000 down that you're mostly likely to have your kid molested at a church.
At a church
than
than
a fucking
drag
show, dog.
100%. I would trust my a drag queen to babysit my goddamn son or daughter.
Hell yeah.
Versus any priest.
Any priest. Soft ass hands.
At least I know that my son or daughter will learn how to punch after with the drag show. Learn how to punch. Learn how to sing.
The far more well-rounded schooling.
You're gonna teach my son how to do the rosary? Get out of here, Padre. All right. I want him to learn about all the scenes in Sex and the City or whatever. I don't know. What about you?
I think that's pretty good.
You don't you think what would be more harmful in your eyes?
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, you could say football.
Football. You were a big football guy.
Yeah.
And there are people who are obsessed with like Pop Warner. Like you really want to get your kid out there to fucking get a concussion at 7.
Yeah, it's insane. Okay, last story of the day. We're sifting through vape, weed, smoke the way we like to do it. And we're here with our last story of the show. This one is a banger, folks. Woman found naked in Florida storm drain is rescued again. This one was on Deuces in a storm drain. A woman who was missing for 3 weeks was then rescued from a Florida storm drain, found herself in another underground tunnel system in Texas over the weekend, according to media reports.
Round 2, huh?
Round 2. Loved it the first time. I had to come back.
Came back for seconds.
Saul, you ever been stuck?
You asked this question like you know it's going to be a thing, and it is a thing. I've been stuck a bunch of times. I've been stuck in the corner of like between a mattress and like I couldn't get out. Someone had to help. And, yeah, 100%.
But then you can also kind of go back to sleep. I seen it. Help!
I was one of those kids who got his head stuck in between like the stairs.
Yep.
I've done that. They had to like get a bunch of stuff to get me out of there.
I've seen stairs to this day where I'm like, I could put my head in that.
That's what I did. I did it as a child, and then I did it again as an adult, remembering about the child part. I was like, I wonder, and then I got my head stuck again. First time was awful because I think we had to get like, I think mayonnaise or something. I forgot. Something to slide me out. Just something like I don't remember what it was. I think we literally had lotion, but they're like, let's get mayonnaise.
Let's embarrass him. Let's egg salad Saul this thing real quick.
Yeah. He keeps eating it. He's stuck in there because he keeps eating the sides of it.
You do this again, we're going to use marinara. And other than that, we're putting you down, Saul. I ever been stuck? Got stuck in snow before. That took a long time for people to get me out.
Wait, like your whole body was stuck in snow? Or?
No, like the car was stuck and I couldn't get anybody and got kind of scared. It's like a combination of lost and stuck.
Wait, you were in the car?
Yeah.
Man, I'm talking about your body stuck in snow because I could see myself getting stuck in snow. But like, you've never been like Winnie the Pooh anywhere?
I can't really remember if I have. I don't think I have.
Yeah, you don't seem like the type. That's a type of person. And I have stuck in a lot of places. Face.
Yeah, where you see the prize, you don't see the way to get it.
No way. And instead of like figuring it out, I just panic.
Yeah, just go.
No.
Also, this woman's stuck in a sewer system. as a kid growing up in the 90s, I feel like sewer systems were a thing.
Yeah.
You know, I always thought something was going on down there.
They're like a whole underground world of like killer clowns.
Yeah, killer clowns,
Mole
gremlins,
people,
mole
yeah.
people, Ninja Turtles. Lindsay Kennedy, 43, climbed out of a 6-foot drain pipe Saturday night and was taken to a hospital. Kennedy had checked into a rehabilitation facility in Texas when she wandered off. Also love how the security was so good at this place that you could just wander off. Normally something that is normally for children's at a class field trip.
What does it say? It says security on it. So I secure, all right? It's not looking for people. You're going to wander off.
And it wasn't escaped from a rehab. It was wandered off like a baby in Target.
I'll be right back. She said, I'll be right back. Man, she said she'd be right back.
She probably wandered off. That's something that you do if you lose a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't lose that. He wandered. He was wandering.
He got off. He knew.
Kennedy's friend Brady Morgan told the news outlet that Grand Prairie officials spotted her Saturday. When they approached her, she slipped into a nearby storm drain, the news outlet reported. Her family tracked her using an app on their cell phone that noted her last location prior to going underground. I got to say, folks, that's going to win the sentence for most wild sentence of the episode. Holy shit. That lady went Ninja Turtles on those cops and slipped into the storm drain.
And like, dude, she's got a tracker on her like a wild animal. They put a tracker chip inside of her, man. They have to. You keep somebody who wanders off. Come on.
I love it too. Like her family called her. She's like, "Where are you?" She's like, "I don't know, but we all float down here."
They're like, "Where are you?" They're like they don't know from a cell phone with a little red beeping dot.
She has to play it off. Just at the rehabilitation center, taking a little spa day. They're like, "You're under the KFC sewer system again, aren't you?"
She digs it out and then throws it into a rat. She like digs out the chip. It says you're at a gas station somewhere.
As a precaution, her loved ones dropped bags of food and Gatorade in nearby manholes in an effort to sustain her. Like someone lost an alligator.
Oh my God.
So, what do you think a sewer food is? Like they're dropping something to you. Me, number one, pepperoni pizzas.
It's 100%. Come on. 100. That's a playful one.
That's a fun one, yeah.
That's if you're a kid. If you were, that's the fantasy of living in the sewers, man. For me, I don't know. If I'm in the sewers by choice, that means I've gone full like feral.
Feral,
yeah. So you're feeding me dog food. You're feeding me like a bucket of salmon heads. Cause I'm a mole person now. Okay, the above ground world is not for me anymore. All right, I'm down here. I don't want no sunlight. So just feed me the trash that I have.
I love how it was Gatorade too, not water, because her family's like, she's gonna need the electrolytes when she's fighting Splinter.
She just calls all the rats Splinter. There's splinters everywhere.
That would be funny though. That would be almost a better TV show if instead of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the ooze got on escaped drug crackheads.
Oh shit! Mentally ill ninja psychos.
Just dope fiends who know karate.
That's what we got to do. Is that they have a mental illness? Let's teach them a skill to hurt people.
Karate.
Yeah, karate, 100%.
Kennedy was in the hospital on a psychiatric hold. Was very strong. Her family reportedly said she has psychosis and post-traumatic stress disorder from being in an abusive relationship. In March, Kennedy was pulled out of a storm drain while naked in Florida's Delray Beach after having been missing for 3 weeks.
Jesus.
All right,
Christ.
Saul, you're naked and on the run. Where are you going first?
If I'm naked and on the run, I'll tell you where I'm going. I'm going to Planet Fitness, dude. I'm going to Planet Fitness. I'm hanging out at that gym in the locker room and then just starting conversations because I'm naked and I'm sweaty. And that's they'll just like, that's just the naked dude who starts conversations at a Planet Fitness gym.
Yeah, you're one of a million.
Yeah. You're blending right in,
Yeah.
dude.
And judgment, you have to leave the judgment at the door at Planet Fitness.
Just fucking talking to young kids like, "How you doing, man? You live here? Man, you need to get a house, huh?"
Well, let's keep working. School's good. Don't get with girls too early. Me, I'm gonna go to the desert because most of those people look like they already escaped from a sewer.
Desert people are gross. They fucking living in a trailer. They're also having the pepperoni pizza.
Yep, the sewer of the sands. That's what I call the desert.
Sewer of the sands.
She told authorities she became trapped while exploring a tunnel she found while swimming in a canal near her boyfriend's home. She got lost inside the tunnel system after several turns. Number one, you aren't supposed to swim in canals.
You sure? They look so swimmable, like inviting, like a public.
Yeah, like the thing near the 5 that we drove on. There's a lady swimming.
This smells so good. I would like to jump in it.
After she was rescued, authorities said she was so weak that she couldn't stand on her own. They said, I don't know how much longer she would have been okay down there. Delray Beach Fire Rescue spokesman Danny Michella told the South Florida Sun-Sentinel, the idea that somebody might be down there for any length of time is disturbing. It's dirty, dangerous. There's snakes, rats, garbage, dirt, and leaves, and anything that's on the street is washed into the sewer. It smells terrible. This was the second time she was saved from a drainage system.
I'm telling you, as soon as you get a taste of that underground lifestyle, it's hard to quit.
That's true, man. You can take the crackhead to rehab, but you can't keep the crackhead out of the sewer system.
You can't. Also, at the same time, like, this is the second time she's done it, and then she just wandered off. Bro, that's a timeout. That's a place where they put people in timeout. That's not a regular fucking drain system. That's like, let's put them down there so they can calm down.
Yeah, I also love, too, like, she went in the sewer system, and she was like, I'll be back. This isn't the last time I'll be here for sure.
I know where everything's at.
I know everything goes
Yeah,
down.
the little apartment down there. That'd be great.
All right, everybody, that was another fantastic episode of This Week in Crime. I'm Steve Fury.
Saul Trujillo.
Marco Katie on the Blacks and Whites, 1s and 2s. Shout out to Comedy Store Studios. Thank you, everybody, listening. Bye-bye.